Enquirer.net released a report about the procurement of Philippine Air Force 5 C-130J cargo planes. And I quote, Philippine Air Force seeks funding for 5 C-130J cargo planes. By Francis Mango Singh. The Philippine Air Force needs funding to acquire 5 C-130J cargo planes to boost its transport capacity. At a budget hearing at the House of Representatives, Air Force Chief Lieutenant General Alan Paredes said President Rodrigo Duterte approved the plan to acquire 5 C-130J cargo planes in May. The C-130J Super Hercules is the newest variation of Lockheed Martin's C-130 aircraft. This would be enough to serve our mandate to be able to transport one rapidly deployable battalion at one stroke, the Air Force chief told lawmakers Tuesday, September 8. He said the planes would also be sufficient to ferry personnel, equipment, and supplies during disasters similar to Typhoon Yolanda, or Typhoon Haiyan, in 2013, the strongest typhoon to ever hit the Philippines. The procurement of additional 5 C-130Js is currently part of the unfunded priority projects for 2021. Paredes said the planes would cost 37 billion Philippine peso and would be paid under a multi-year contract. We can have a financing agreement. What the proponent needs is 15% down payment or about 5.5 billion Philippine peso for the first year, hopefully for 2021, he said. Currently, there are 4 C-130 cargo planes in the Air Force fleet. 2 are operational while the other 2 are undergoing scheduled maintenance in Cebu and Portugal, Paredes said. The Air Force is also expecting the delivery of 2 refurbished C-130H Hercules from the United States in 2020 and 2021. Both planes cost 2.5 billion Philippine peso, but the Philippines would pay only 1.6 billion Philippine peso while the United States would bankroll the rest of the amount, or 900 million Philippine peso. The Air Force has been using its C-130s non-stop to transport personal protective equipment and other medical supplies to support the government's response to the coronavirus pandemic. It has also been using its other air assets to shuttle stranded foreign and local tourists in provinces. Paredes said the Air Force also needs 1.8 billion Philippine peso to recover 10 Huey helicopters. We have 10 which are sidelined right now because of lack of funds, but we can recover 10 of them at 1.8 billion Philippine peso, Paredes said. Max Defense Philippines also released his statement regarding the procurement of C-130J Super Hercules, and I quote, "Looks like our mystery project that we first mentioned a few months ago is finally out of the bag. 5 brand new Lockheed Martin C-130J Super Hercules heavy tactical airlifters for the Philippine Air Force worth 37 billion Philippine peso. This is to be procured under the brand new additional transport aircraft acquisition project of the Philippine Air Force, which is part of the second list of Horizon 2 phase of the revised Armed Forces of the Philippines Modernization Program. Our sources confirmed that the Super Hercules the Philippine Air Force is interested in acquiring are the extended C-130J-30 variant, or a few meters longer than the standard C-130J. This procurement is also related to the United States government and Lockheed Martin's offer to sell the F-16 Block 70 Viper to the Philippine Air Force as part of the multi-role fighter acquisition project." End of quote.